Humanistic perspective is known as the third force in psychology, which tells about the self actualized person. Dear friends, welcome to another video of Fathoming Mind. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the peak experiences of a self actualized person. Before going into our subject, let us see the Abraham Maslow's the so-called hierarchy of needs, which you may be very well aware about. And by going step by step into that, we will analyze the self-actualized person, especially the peak experiences of the self-actualized person. So according to the needs theory of Abraham Maslow, the needs of an individual or a human being is starting from the very basic needs of food and water, etc. The food and water is very much important in our everyday life. Food, water, air is the basic need of our life. Once it is satisfied, the person goes to the next level of need, that is known as the safety needs. In the safety needs, the person needs clothing and also a good shelter to take rest and to have his own abode and have a living. Afterwards comes the next level of need. The person goes to the third level of need, which is known as the love and belongingness need, in which a person needs a companionship and the love and concern from the other people, as man is a social being. Then comes the next level of need, which is known as the self-esteem need, in which a person wants to excel in his own profession or in his own academic and career, and to have a reputation and name in the society, and also self-satisfaction in his life. Then comes the highest level of need. It is known as the self actualization, which is the highest of all the needs told by the Abraham Maslow, which is starting from the basic needs of food, water, and air. So, here in the need of self actualization, the person has reached to the highest potential of his personality, where he has found the real meaning of his life. So there are many people in history also we can see, those who have found the real meaning of their life. They have reached the full potential of their mind or the capacity of their mind. So here we can see there are 10 characteristics or 11 characteristics of a person who is self-actualized. They are like peak experiences, and also they are very spontaneous type of people. They are very natural, they are very creative type of people. They have a lot of creativity in their mind, and they are also very independent about themselves, and they have a very good sense of humor. So like this, they have 10 or 11 characteristics they are showing in there. So let us see what is the peak experiences. That is one of the characteristics or the first characteristics of a self-actualized person. In peak experience, a self-actualized person is feeling lot the moment of joy and awe and happiness and lot of self enjoyment and also positivity on and off in his life. This sense of wonder always he feels, this peak experience on and off that person is having. Let us understand this by taking some examples from the history who we may consider as self-actualized. One example is Swami Vivekananda. If you take the example of Swami Vivekananda, he was found to be, how we can find to be him to be a self-actualized, how we can find this peak experience in Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was always plunged in, most often was plunged in contemplation, and he was meditating and doing and concentrating, and in that highest concentration he was doing his activities like reading and other things. So this peak experience was always with him, and this positive vibe was also spread to the other people who were around him. Even if or even when the person is dead also, that positivity is spread to the world. So Kanyakumari, the Vivekananda Para or the rock of Vivekananda is the very example for that. If you take the example of Buddha also used to have this peak experience as he was getting plunged in the meditations, and in the meditations he forgets everything, and he is in the complete sadhana of his own self, as well as the understanding the futility of the material things. So there he was also having a peak experience in his life, and this peak experience was also influencing the other people. That is why the Buddha has got so many followers, and these followers also were practicing this and sharing in his peak experience. Another example we can see Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was having some peak experience, and she was helping the poor people. And whenever he was praying to God, and she gets this peak experience, and from this peak experience she started helping the poor people and started to find the meaning of the life and the humanity. So that was her peak experience. And many other people from history we can see who have these peak experiences of self-actualization. This is a great sense of awe and happiness one is feeling inside himself or herself. So are we having these peak experiences in this life? Sometimes we may not be, because we may not be the self-actualized people. So let us try to become to understand our personality and self. So how can we become self-actualized, or how can we have these peak experiences? It is by having continuous self-reflection, by knowing much more about ourselves. So the answering the question who am I is very important. The question who am I, which leads to more self exploration and self understanding, more deep knowing about ourselves. It will give us more purpose and sense of self and sense of life at last, and have the peak experiences of our life. So let us do this and have the peak experiences like these great people. Thank you, dear friends.